In this video, we're going to configure the mailing list sync between Thanks.io and Monday.com. There are a few things that we'll want to have set up before we can get into the details of the synchronization. One of the things that we'll need is a contact board of some kind. It can be leads. It has to have at least the name and mailing address. You can see these text columns added to this particular board to facilitate the mailing address. We're also going to need to have some way to trigger the update whenever we want that update to occur. For this particular example, what I have is a status called send mail. When this status is used, that person will be added to the mailing list in Thanks.io. Once they're added to the mailing list, of course, we can then automate different mailers to them. So, have a lead board set up with at least the name and address configured on Monday.com. Then, in Thanks.io, we're going to set up a mailing list, and we're also going to configure our billing settings. So first, click on Mailing Lists on the left. I'm going to, you can choose Create Retargeting List and give that list a name. Click Save. This creates an empty list for us. You can see there are 0 recipients. And then we're also going to click on the gear icon at the top right hand side and select the billing option. In order to automatically send mailers, you'll of course need to be on the business plan, which is $49 a month. You can enable it or disable it at any time, so you can use it month to month if you want to. Next, we have the account recharge amount. This covers what happens whenever your balance drops to 0. You'll see a balance at the top right hand side of your dashboard. As mail is sent out from the system, it uses the money available in your balance to send that mail. When the balance drops to 0, the remaining funds required to complete the order that was placed will be charged to your card, in addition to this recharge amount. So if you anticipate spending about $100 a month on direct mail, you would expect to only be charged once a month on average. Pick whatever amount is appropriate for you for your particular marketing situation. With our billing and our mailing list configured, we can navigate back to Monday.com, open the board that you want to set up the automation for, and click on the Integrate button here on the upper right hand side. Search for Thanks.io, and you'll choose which situation you want to trigger the addition of the recipient to the mailing list that we just gave a name to. When a column changes, when a status changes, or when a status changes to something specific. I have a particular status that I want to use, so I'm going to choose this third option. We'll click Add to Board. Alright, starting here on the left-hand side, when status changes to something, send recipient to mailing list in Thanks.io. So we'll pick status, changes to send mail. When we click recipient, we have to match up the fields from our board to the available fields in Thanks.io. So we'll just take the pieces that we need. Thanks can receive email and phone, and also 2 custom variables. I mentioned earlier that these can be used for mail merge purposes. So if you want to reference a specific property or account number or donation amount, you would use these custom fields to hold that information for the handwritten message. In this case, I'm just going to set up name. I'll take email and the address. Address 2, city, state, and zip. Click Done. And finally, we'll pick the mailing list. Here's the Monday.com leads list that I created previously. And that's it. We'll click Add to Board. When status changes to SendMail, send recipient to Monday.com leads in Thanks.io. Alright, with that done, we'll give it a quick test. We'll close this modal. And for this contact, we'll select Send Mail. And it should trigger pretty quickly, if not immediately. So let's return to the dashboard. I'm going to click on Mailing Lists. It looks like we have a new recipient in our Monday.com leads. And there it is. So that update pushed that person into Thanks.io. With that being done, from here, you can start setting up the different mail campaigns in Thanks.io so that people can receive birthday cards, gift cards, postcards, and letters completely automatically.